update on my bag seed starting. So out of all my bags, which I had 14, 9 have germinated, including 2 tomatoes and jalapeno peppers. Okay, so still to germinate. Bell pepper mix. Now I should have said actually 10, because as I look here, this is my hibiscus bag. Hibiscus, okay? And when I peek inside, I don't know if you guys can see that. See that little green right there? Oops. See right there? Ah, snap. It's germinated, okay? So make that 10. Make that 10. I still have to germinate paprika peppers and California Wonder peppers. They have not germinated, which peppers need heat. Cayenne pepper has not germinated. And my favorite, which I'm praying they germinate. Let me look in this bag. These are large red cherry tomatoes. My favorite. Nope, nothing's happening. But we're going to leave it just like this. And I'm also going to direct sow some seeds like I usually do. I got to have my cherry tomatoes, okay? Or I'll pick up a start, one or the other. But plant all of my ones that have germinated. So I'm going to show you the process of a couple of them, then I'm going to take you around and show you the complete, what do you call it? I want to say transformation, but that's not it. Transplanting. Whoo, okay. Time to get planting. Okay, so right here I have tatsoi on this side and kale on this side, and I'm going to plant it right here. Okay, so each one of these, oops, I forgot I had something planted over here. I just dug up my onion, y'all. Okay, we're going to put this onion somewhere else, because I want my kale and my tatsoi right here, and my chamomile. Okay. Putting in some bone meal. No, putting in some blood meal. Putting in some bone meal. Just going to kind of mix that together here. Take all these out. Okay, so I am not going to take it completely out of the soil. I'm going to dump it out upside down. And as you can see, we have lots of roots in here. Okay, now I am going to split it right where that, you can kind of see where the ruler was. So I'm going to split it, because on one side it's kale, the other side it's tatsoi. This is the tatsoi, and I am going to put it right here, not disturbing the roots, and then I'll thin it out from there. And my kale, I'm going to put on this side, not thinning it out until after it's in here, and it's been in here for maybe a few days. Let it get acclimated, just like it was in the bag. Then I will go in and thin it out. Okay? That's all I'm doing. We'll do that for the rest of them. And we'll be back. So I have my tatsoi and my kale right here. Planted a cucumber right there. I've got my red leaf lettuce and my just regular lettuce in here along with my celery, because the celery is going to grow tall and it will give the lettuce a little shade. Over here I have my iceberg, no shade, but I may put something in there to create some shade. Over here, now these did really well in the bag. They were the first to germinate, and as you can see, they are quite good for starts. These are both cucumber plants in the same pot. I've already got it trellised. I planted that little sage that was growing. It's not even in there, right? Planted that little sage that was growing in here with my rosemary. Then over here I have chamomile and I have calendula plants right along there. So I also had my jalapenos that had germinated, as well as 2 different types of tomatoes that had germinated. But I decided not to plant those just yet. I'm going to give those another week or 2 in the bag, hoping that they will get a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger like the cucumber plant did. That will enable me to have a better start. So I'm going to give those another week or 2, and then I'll go ahead and plant those. But that's everything but 4 bags left that have not germinated. So hopefully those will germinate soon. Give that method a try. It was real easy. I didn't do anything once I planted them. I think I spritzed them once, and not all of them, just a few of them once, with a little bit more water when they seem to be dry. Other than that, they've sat on the table behind one another in no certain order. I just left them there. I kept coming out peeking, and that is it. So much easier than starting them inside and worrying about watering them, and should I water from the bottom, should I water from the top, am I going to get the gnats in my house or whatever. So I personally like that method. Let me know in the comments if you tried that method, if you're going to try that method, or your thoughts on that method. And yes, it is pretty much the same as doing it in a jug, but the jugs do take up a lot of space, and anything I buy in a jug is costing more than, I paid like $1.50 for that whole bag of the whole box of bags, and that's it. You know, they're reusable if you save them. I didn't throw them out. I can rinse them out and reuse them. I can just reuse them as they are. And actually, I have something else I'm getting ready to propagate, and I'm going to use these as is. No, I'm not washing them. Okay. So if you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today here in my garden. Take a second and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 100,000 subscribers together. Returning subscribers, thank you so much for keep coming back and hanging out with me in my garden. I really, really, really appreciate each and every one of you all. And channel members, thank you so much for being a part of the Scaredy Cat crew. Oh my goodness. Don't forget to check out my other channels, Cooking in Pam's Place, Pam's POV, where I give all kind of tips, tricks, and hacks that are not related to cooking or gardening, as well as Pam's Pop-Ups, where I pop up and go live every now and then, sometimes in the garden, sometimes cooking, sometimes just chatting. Thank you so much once again. I'm Pam. This is Zone 8A, and anywhere you can set a pot, you can grow a plant.